Hello everyone, this is Jen Morgano from Card and Mum by Jen Morgano. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from North America, Long Island, New York. Today we're going to be making this beautiful bag. I'm sorry, that was awful. But I thought it was a cute little pun. We're going to be using some of these embossed treat bags. They come in packages of 10. And Cottage wreaths, both the stamp set and something's rolling away, and the dies, and some of the wonderful paper pack that comes in that bundle. I don't know if you've seen the paper pack, but it's a mega paper pack. It's 12 by 12 paper. It's about 48 sheets and really great for all seasons. Got a lot of different colors in it. Today we're going to be using the pumpkin pie. So to start off, I'm going to take an embossed bag, which you can see is white. Jen, how did you get it orange? I'll show you. We're going to take our pumpkin pie stamp pad and a blending brush. And we're just going to color it away. So I always brush off a little bit to make sure it's not too harsh, and then start coloring it in. I guess if you have some harsh lines, it's okay. Handmade, that's what I say. Handmade means different every time. Okay, so blending brushes kind of make quick work of it. For this, I'm just going to do the front. Feel free, if you want your project, to do all sides. To save us some time, I'm just going to do that front. Okay, so it's a little bit harsher than I like down here, but it's going to be okay. We kind of want it to be grungy. And to get that look, kind of spooky distress look, I'm going to take our Memento ink pad and just take a deep breath and kind of drag it over. Look at that. It's like someone ran it over. Perfect. And then, to further distress it, you're going to take your basic black marker. You can take the brush end and kind of just flick, and any extra ink that's on there will kind of come off. See, that looks pretty cool. Little spooky. I'll set that aside for now. And I'm going to use this kind of spooky wreath that comes in the Cottage wreath stamp set with these great spiders. Now, when I was kind of messing around with this project to begin with, I stamped it on smoky slate because I didn't want the white background to be so stark, but I really did not like how that came out. It was kind of just flat. So I'll show you what I did. First tip when doing this, you can see that on these wreaths, they have a little carrot mark next to it. What I did right away was I lined up the stamp and I kind of made a mark, because that's going to tell you which way to put this guy. You see, it has the carrot that matches up there. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't do this the first time. I literally sat there with my stamped image going like, which way does it go? And so look at that. Perfect. So you can certainly make a little mark on your stamp with a pen or a permanent marker, something that makes it easier for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a scrap of white. I'm going to use our Memento black. And I know, right, my mark is here, so I'm just going to kind of leave it this way so I know that's the way I put my die. So one spooky wreath. And then I used a lot of spiders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 spiders. I'm only going to stamp one. To save us time, I'm not going to cut out spiders one by one. So I'll just show you what I did to get the background color on these. blending brush again and our basic gray. Kind of to just give it not a completely gray background, but just like the suggestion of dirty, grimy, spooky. There you go. So that's that. Let me get my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Oh my, there's a lot of stuff for this card. Gotta make some room. Oops. Come back. Okay. So remember, I had that to the side, that little mark. Keep this to the side. And voila. Wasn't that easy? So much better than what I did the first time. You know. And I know that Stampin' Up! Does that with some of their products, especially for images like this where it's not so obvious. But, you know, I didn't look. I did the typical Jen Morgano, I can figure it out on my own. We have our spooky wreath and our spooky spider. Whenever I say the word spooky, I think of my younger sister JC, who is born November 1st, and often her parties were Halloween themed. You know, makes sense. And I remember one year we had a party for her, and she was telling everybody that she was going to have a pooky party because she couldn't say the S and P sound together. So whenever I say the word spooky, I think of Jay. Hi, Jay. Okay, so we have our wreath. We have spiders. I have more spiders that I did before this. Yes. I went ahead and I took 2 3-inch squares of the pumpkin pie cottage wreath. I think it's called Gingham Cottage paper pack, just so we can use 2 different sides. You'll see I kind of just have 2 circles. It's very subtle. It's not even that obvious. You can use one if you want. Just a staggered circle here that we're going to mount the wreath and our sentiment on. So I have a scrap of pumpkin pie in basic black, and I'm going to stamp Boo. Boo on that pumpkin pie, and then I'm just going to cut it quickly. Doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, the rest of the card isn't that perfect, or the rest of the project isn't that perfect, so don't go nuts trying to make it all pretty. Do that, and this is very crooked, my goodness. I'll just make this one slightly bigger. And I just use a stapler to notch those together, just for something different. And I also just kind of trimmed that. Okay, this is an old retired Stampin' Up! Stapler, which I love. They don't have it anymore, but any small craft stapler will do. So we have that. Now you can see I have some ribbon up here. We do not sell pumpkin pie gingham ribbon, but we do sell the black and white gingham ribbon. And guess what else we sell? Stampin' Blends, which you can use to transform almost any white ribbon or anything really into a color to match your project. What's nice about the alcohol is kind of bleeds through. I'm just going to do a big piece because we're going to need some for a bow, and then we're going to need some for this little knot at the top. Okay. So in order to make the little hole, which you really can't see, again, details, that little notch for the ribbon to go through the top, I took the 2 pieces together and I used our new, I think it's called Very Best Trio punch. It has this little slot in it to circle, so you don't have to worry too much about it. It's a little bit crooked. Okay, take that back. But again, you can cover it with the bow. I just kind of staggered it, the circle, like this, so that the holes sort of overlap. Uh-oh, is that glue sticking? That's weird. And kind of just cut a length up through like that. Let's see, I'll tell you how long it is for those of you that like specifics. Survey says it's about 7 inches long. So easy peasy. Through the top. I'll line up here and then just knot this off. I think I got it. Yeah. So there you go. You can take ribbon scissors and just trim that. And sound effects not needed. I just like to do them. Then I'll take a glue dot, just so that it doesn't move around so much. And then we're gonna assemble. I find that mini dimensionals are the perfect size for the back of this little spooky wreath. So that's what I'm gonna use. Use as many or as little as you like. It is your project. Oh, my nails need to grow back. Oh. Okay. We'll put our little boo sentiment in the middle. Now what I'll do is I'll just cut the rest of that ribbon, make a little bow. Or not make a bow. Always on camera, right? Sometimes I knock bows out of the park, sometimes this happens. Okay, then I'll just kind of trim them to match. And I will use a little glue dot to affix that to the top of our little wreath. Oh boy, that's uneven. What am I looking at? There we go. A little bit better. Okay, and then it's just a matter of putting our little spiders on. So I have 2 that are with glue dots and the rest with little mini dimensionals. Whoops. Oh, now I'm gonna have a glue dot on my nail. Or not. Okay. You see these? We do not sell these. These are from our monthly paper pumpkin kits that I subscribe to. And I usually have so much left over, I use them in my projects. Right? Use what you got. Put one up there. Put one coming down from the wreath. I'll be finding these little mini dimensional backings everywhere. Some of them don't want to stay on the dimensional, some don't want to come off. Fickle. And one crawling that way, one over here, one branching off, one at the bottom. Then I took some of our matte black dots. Love these. And I take a pick tool and I just added a bunch. And I kind of stuck everything to this side of the card, the right side. I keep saying card, bag. I just kind of liked all the focus on this side. Not quite sure why, but it's what happened. Boop. and sound effects not needed. All right. Okay. There you have it. Your little grungy, spooky cottage wreath embossed treat bag. I hope you like it. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe so you know right when I post another one. There is a link to my blog below. You can go there to find out about any of the products that I used in today's project. Thanks for stopping by, and see you next time.